As the monsoon session of Parliament is around the corner, the political atmosphere has already started heating up, where the opposition parties have been continuously questioning the government of India and also raising a lot of concerns over various issues ranging from the electoral rolls to delimitation, also about the foreign policy of this government, and even putting certain important questions upon this government regarding the alleged scams which have been reported widely in the recent days. But what is going to be the roadmap of the Congress party, how they are going to take it forward? To talk about this matter more, we have been joined by the Congress General Secretary, Rajya Sabha MP, former Union Minister, Mr. Jairam Ramesh. So thank you.
Not alleged scams, Niamika.
Yeah.
They proved beyond doubt. Supreme Court has ordered a CBI inquiry on the sitting Arunachal Pradesh CM. So that is not an alleged scam.
Right.
The granular detail with which the land transactions, Jain, around the Madhya Pradesh CM, that's not an alleged scam. That's a proven fact. And the Chanda Chori that has taken place in the Ram Trust in Ayodhya, that's not an alleged scam. That's the evidence is in front of us. The evidence is incontrovertible. So
yeah, we will
it's not an alleged scam.
Okay, I'll change my words, sir. But let's start with this conversation, and thank you for speaking in time, sir. So first question is related to the electoral rolls, because yesterday only the opposition parties have submitted a letter to the Chief Justice of India. 23 political parties have signed in this particular
including DMK and Aam
Aadmi Party, right?
Well, that's going to be your question.
Okay. But sir, the question which arises here is that you have been raising a question upon the Election Commission of India. You have questioned this entire exercise in the state of Bihar as well as West Bengal. But when this exercise was being conducted in Kerala as well as in Tamil Nadu, there was no such complaints which have been registered from your side. Now your government is there in power. So raising this particular question, do you believe that this is a political opportunism which the opposition is trying to do?
No. See, the BJP resorts to vote chori and the SIR manipulation in states where they are virtually knocking on the doors of power. There was no way that they could come to power in Kerala. There's no way they could have come to power in Tamil Nadu. But in West Bengal, they smelt power because they had done, it was a strong showing in the previous election and so on. So, this question that, when we win in Kerala, we don't complain. When we lose in Bengal or Assam, we complain. This is the argument. This is the counter argument. This is the explanation that the BJP resorts to these tactics. Not on a universal basis, but in those areas where they find that they are in a position to come to power. They did it in Haryana, they did it in Maharashtra, they did it in Delhi, they did it in Bihar, and most recently they have done it in West Bengal. In the case of Assam, they had done it already in terms of gerrymandering and redoing the geographical nature and configuration of the assembly constituencies, So that had happened much before the election, and they had done similar electoral manipulation around the geographical boundaries of the constituencies in Jammu and Kashmir as well. So these are surgical strikes. These are surgical strikes on SIR in state after state after state. Now they've started in Karnataka, they're going to do it in Telangana. So wherever the BJP has a strong state unit, and wherever the BJP senses that it can make a grab for power, it will resort to these tactics, and this is what we have. The 23 opposition parties, including the DMK and the Aam Aadmi Party, have written to the Honorable Chief Justice. It's a very detailed letter, 6-7 pages. We have raised concerns on SIR, the way the SIR has been conducted and is being conducted, the blatantly partisan functioning of the Election Commission of India. And we have appealed to the conscience of the Supreme Court to exercise its moral and its judicial authority, its constitutional authority, to ensure that elections are free and fair and that there is a level playing field for all political parties. We hope that the Supreme Court will take note of the sentiments and suggestions of the 23 opposition parties, and we will continue to raise it when Parliament convenes, most probably on the 20th.
So like you have said, you don't trust Election Commission of India, you don't trust this entire exercise of SIR. But on the other side, we have also seen that how the Karnataka state unit, and specifically the Chief Minister, he himself has asked the people of Karnataka to participate in this exercise. In fact, he has also gone on to say that if you won't be there, if you won't be able to give votes, you won't be able to get benefits.
So let's be very clear, there is no
Isn't
debate.
It a dual stance?
There is no debate on the fact, the fundamental fact that elections in India, Indian citizens must vote. There's no dispute on that fact. It is this mass deletion that has taken place. See, when you do an SIR, you also add and you also delete.
Right.
How come you end up deleting 27 lakh voters from the electoral list, electoral roll in West Bengal? Many of whom, most of whom, in fact, the preponderant majority of whom are Indian citizens. And now there is this wholly unreal debate taking place, manufactured to create chaos, so to speak, by the Modi government on whether the passport constitutes proof of citizenship. So, I mean, look, the fact that there must be electoral roll revisions periodically in a transparent manner, in an accountable manner, there is no dispute on that. But the manner in which the SIR is being implemented, the whole objective of the SIR is to delete. You know, the Home Minister himself said, delete, detect, delete and deport.
Yeah.
I mean, so you've already made up your mind that you want to, what you're doing the SIR for. Electoral roll revisions must take place, periodically, but it must take place in, with advanced intimation. There must be grievance redressal mechanisms, and those who have been wrongly or unjustifiably eliminated from the electoral roll must have every opportunity of showing that they have every reason to be in the electoral roll. This has not been the case in West Bengal. It's certainly not been the case in Bihar.
But giving this kind of a message that people won't be able to get the benefits from the government if they won't participate in this exercise, is it justified, sir? On your part, what is your comments upon it?
No, I don't want to make comments on individual statements. We are now talking about the way elections are conducted. We are talking about the role of the Election Commission. We are talking about the tactics that the BJP is adopting. The vote chori. Then we saw in the Rajya Sabha election in Madhya Pradesh, that is seat chori, where the returning officer was made to sign an order disqualifying my colleague Meenakshi Natarajan, wholly unjustifiable grounds. And now, in fact, we're filing an election petition in a day or two. And the way the Election Commission responded to our entreaties in our pleas, they didn't respond at all. We went to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court said go to the Election Commission. The Election Commission kept quiet till the till the last day, or the last moment was over, 5 p.m. and then they just kept quiet, and the BJP candidate was declared elected. So that was an blatant example of seat chori. So vote chori, seat chori, and of course now we have chanda chori going on in Ayodhya. So, this is the reality of our democracy, which we have brought to the attention of the Honorable Chief Justice, and we hope that he takes note of the suggestions made by 23 recognized parties.
Political parties.
I stress the word recognized, because now we have an unrecognized political party which has become the second largest constituent of the NDA.
Right.
Poor Mr. Chandrababu Naidu, who was the second largest, has been demoted to number 3, and Nitish Kumar, who was number 3, has been demoted to number 4. And an unrecognized political party, which was set up only 3 years ago, of whom nothing is known, suddenly has become the second largest party in the NDA coalition, the National Defectors Alliance.
Right. So, because we are talking about this matter now, the Parliament session is also going to begin this month. Last time, the opposition was successfully defeated the delimitation bill, as it is being reported that the government is planning it to bring this bill in this session.
We didn't just defeat the government; we humiliated the Union Home Minister and the Prime Minister.
But what about this time?
On the 17th of April, they thought they could get a 2/3 majority, and 528 MPs were present. 2/3 of 528 works out to 352. They required 352 MPs to pass the delimitation bill, which was a constitutional amendment bill. They got 298. They were 54 short. Let's keep these numbers in mind. These are very important numbers. They were 54 short. Now, it was a humiliation. The Home Minister didn't expect this. You could see it on the face of the Prime Minister, you could see it on the face of the Home Minister. It's all bluff and bluster. They were trying to bluff their way out of a situation. They were humiliated. Opposition unity, opposition solidarity. And that's when Operation Lotus started. They broke the TMC and they broke the Shiva Sena.
Because now they are inching closer to
They're at 324 now.
Yeah.
They are at 324 now. They have a long way to go, and they will not reach the two-thirds majority, I can assure you. We are united, we have solidarity. Every opposition party is against the manner in which delimitation has been done in different states. I gave you 2 examples of Assam and Jammu and Kashmir. They will do their best to get these delimitation bill, the constitutional amendment bill passed. But the real, in the 2024 election, what was the election slogan of the Prime Minister and the BJP? 400 par, 400 par, 400 par. Why? Why 400 par? So that they can get two-thirds majority in order to basically redo the constitution of India from first principles, change the basic structure of the constitution itself. But the people rejected it. Mr. Modi didn't get a majority. He got only 240. He was a minority Prime Minister for his third innings. It was a minority innings. Without Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar, he wouldn't have been Prime Minister. And he has not been even elected by the BJP parliamentary party. It was not even convened. It was the NDA. Leaders who convened, and he got the imprint, the seal of approval from them, and then he became a Prime Minister for a third time. So these games that are being played, and the Home Minister is past master at playing psychological games. These are all psychops. He's trying to intimidate the opposition. Well, I'm going to get two-thirds majority. I'm going to break this party. I'm going to rediscover some unrecognized political parties that have been set up. And you sit there. He parks these defector MPs in these unrecognized political parties. But, we are not intimidated. We are working in our own quiet way. I'll give you one example of this joint letter that we sent to the Honorable Chief Justice.
But you are saying that BJP is solely responsible
They
for
will
this
not
flip.
get two-thirds majority. The Home Minister is going to move heaven and earth. He's going to use all the investigative agencies that he has at his disposal, and like we have in our mutual fund industry, he's going to offer various products, deferred benefit plan, immediate benefit plan. There are various products, in a mutual fund you can get, right? So a liquid plan, not so liquid plan. So they are going to try various incentives to lure MPs to reach the two-thirds majority. I mean, he's really basically assaulting the constitution. Not only assaulting decorum and decency, but assaulting the very constitution itself by the tactics he's adopting, and he's not going to get the two-thirds majority.
But sir, what about DMK? Because clearly they don't want to see alongside the
Have
Congress
you heard
party. They
any?
have also,
DMK opposed the delimitation bill on the 16th and the 17th. They voted, all 22 members of parliament of the DMK voted en bloc solidly, against the delimitation bill. They have signed the joint letter to the Chief Justice of India. I don't want to get into each individual parties. All I can tell you is that the Home Minister may claim 324 today, arithmetically, because he's got 20 MPs of the Trinamool sitting in this unrecognized political party, the Nationalist Citizens Party of India, NCPI. So they're sitting there for the moment, and he's certainly split the Shiv Sena UBT. He's doing surgical strikes on various political parties, but he's not going to succeed.
Okay. Sir, because it is also a fact that there are differences within the India bloc parties, not just the DMK, like I have already mentioned, there are other parties also. Left has also made certain complaints against Rahul Gandhi.
India,
RJD also, sir, they
look,
are also
India
not very
bloc,
happy.
the India group was for fighting the Lok Sabha elections. It's for the Lok Sabha, it's for national polls. We were fighting the TMC in Bengal. We are fighting the Aam Aadmi Party in Punjab. We are fighting the left in Kerala.
But RJD is in alliance, sir. I'm talking about just an example. Jharkhand, the Rajya Sabha elections which have taken place, there was a cross voting which had been done.
There are occasional irritants. I can't run away from it. Of course, there are occasional irritants. Sometimes we are unhappy, sometimes our allies are unhappy. And the difference is that in the India group, people speak openly. It's a democratic environment. It's not like the NDA where, one man speaks and the voice of one man is the law. So yeah, we are a democratic setup. Ours is a democratic party. The India group is a democratic group. Yeah, people express their points of view. Sometimes differences arise. But I think ultimately we showed in 2024 Lok Sabha election. Remember, the Prime Minister today claims credit that he has broken Jawaharlal Nehru's record. But Jawaharlal Nehru got a 2/3 majority in 52, he got a 2/3 majority in 57, and he got a 2/3 majority in 1962. And Mr. Narendra Modi is a minority Prime Minister. His third innings is a minority innings, courtesy Chandrababu Naidu and Nitish Kumar. So there's no comparison. So yes, there are, and they give public expression to these differences. The left parties have, the RJD has, but we have an open atmosphere. We have a democratic atmosphere. We talk openly, but I am absolutely certain that if one more attempt is made to get this constitutional amendment bill passed on delimitation, they're not going to succeed. Okay. They will do their best. They will do their best. But we are also, it's not as if we are sitting back. We're, fine. The TMC was split. Fine. The Shiv Sena was split. But, we don't expect any other tactics from the Prime Minister and the Home Minister. So we have to counter it.
But Sir, Rahul Gandhi himself has stated in an internal meeting of Congress party that only Congress is the party which can fight against the ideology of BJP and RSS. Is it like, you are downplaying the regional parties?
No, absolutely not. I don't know how you got information of what he said in internal meeting. No. Sometimes people also run all sorts of stories. Oh yes, of course he has said this. Of course in the India group he talked about resistance. The Congress's DNA being resistance. Yes, but we are together. We fought the 2024 elections together.
So is it a pitch for 2029 that Rahul Gandhi being the Prime Minister?
No, absolutely not. We are not. Right now we are focusing on two things. One is to deal with the parliament monsoon session, and undoubtedly one more attempt that is going to be made to get the delimitation bill. So that's our most immediate challenge. Then we have these 5 states: UP, Uttarakhand, Punjab, Manipur and Goa, and then we worry about 2029.
But your own leader, Sir Manikam Tagore, he has newly been appointed for the PCC president. He has stated that this is our vision, this is our motto to how Rahul Gandhi will become
the vision of every
minister.
Political party is to ensure that it comes to power, right? Political parties are not NGOs, they are political parties. They fight for ideology, they fight for values, they fight for principles, but they also fight for coming to power. That's the whole rationale for a political party. So it's natural for every political party. But remember, elections in India are not for individuals. Individuals are important. We put up candidates. But we are a party-anchored democracy, unlike in the US, where the presidential form a beauty contest amongst individuals. Here, parties can compete, parties have symbols, parties have manifestos, parties have agendas, parties have campaigns, party selects its leader. By the way, in 2024, the BJP parliamentary party never selected Mr. Modi as its leader. So, the fundamental anomaly that was introduced there, because he didn't have the courage to face the BJP parliamentarians, because he said 400 par, but he got only 240, So, we project, the Congress party is always projected the Congress party. We are projecting the Congress party ideology. We are projecting the Congress party program. Of course, we have leaders. Of course, Mr. Rahul Gandhi's photograph is on the cover of the manifesto, because he is the general, right? We have a Congress president. We have Mr. Gandhi, who is leader of the opposition right now in the Lok Sabha. But in 2029, we are going to be asking for a mandate based on the ideology, the manifesto, the programs, the alternatives, not of one individual, but of the entire Congress party.
Okay.
So I don't want this fixation on individuals, in my view, is detrimental to democracy. We are a party-anchored democracy, and our challenge is to strengthen our party organization. Mr. Gandhi himself is saying this. It was Mr. Gandhi's initiative, Mr. Kharge's initiative to start the Sangathana Srijan Abhiyan, which was started, following our AICC session in Belgaum in December 2024. So let's not lose sight of the fact that our democracy is a parliamentary system. It's not a presidential form.
Okay.
Thank God.
Because we are talking about elections, and now the assembly elections in the state of Uttar Pradesh is coming in. The biggest issue there in the state is of Ayodhya donation scam.
Yes, absolutely.
And Congress party has been continuously raising this matter. But are you actually satisfied with the investigation which is being done by the SIT there? And another question,
it's a complete collapse of the system. It's a complete collapse. To imagine that the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, by the way, have maintained complete silence, stony silence. All the appointments have been made with their full information, their full backing, their full knowledge. This was the RSS ecosystem, all the people who were involved in the trusts that have indulged in all these malpractices and malfeasance. So it's Chanda Chori, complete Chanda Chori.
So Champat Rai's name, because it is not being mentioned in the FIR.
Yeah, Champat Rai is a classic example. He's a pillar. Yeah. He's a pillar of the RSS ecosystem. One of the pillars of the RSS ecosystem. So look, they've used Lord Ram cynically. In a diabolical manner. They've always used the Ram Mandir, the Ram Janmabhoomi movement was nothing to do with spirituality, nothing to do with religion per se, faith per se, but it was a political mobilization. It was the abuse. I wouldn't say it's the use of religion in politics, it was the abuse of religion in politics. We are a religious society. We respect all religions. We are a multi-religious society. But the way they used the Ram Mandir issue, and they stand brutally exposed. And the Prime Minister, who speaks on every subject under the sun, whenever he gets an opportunity, he is completely silent when it comes to the scams that have come into prominence.
But the Chief Minister...
It is Chanda Chori. The Chief Minister is silent.
Chief Minister is saying, sir, in fact, a counter-attack he has made is upon the Congress and the Samajwadi
Party. Yeah, but he should be, looking at what has happened in his own backyard, what has happened in front of his own eyes, what has happened in his own system, his own colleagues.
But how would you respond to his attack? He is basically stating that Congress never participated in any of the ceremonies. The Congress was not there in the consecration ceremony.
That's not the issue. The issue is Chanda was collected. Many people gave willing donations. Some people were coerced into giving donations. But donations they collected in the name of the temple, this Ram temple. That's the real issue. They're trying to divert away from the issue that is taking place, which is the Chanda Chori issue. And, obviously they're going to try to divert attention because they've been brutally exposed. They stand exposed. And how can the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, not take action? How can they not take the strictest possible action? And frankly now, after all this exposures and all this information has come out in sensational detail, even the State Bank of India has given a statement that they had alerted that this was happening 3 months ago. So why were they quiet? So the Prime Minister, the Home Minister, the Chief Minister, they are all complicit in this.
Do you believe that a judicial inquiry is required here?
Well, certainly a judicial inquiry is the barest minimum. It should be carried out, strictest possible action. But frankly, to us at least, and many of my colleagues have highlighted this in UP and also in our national press conferences. Priyanka ji has also spoken on this. The fact of the matter is that look, you portrayed this temple, you portrayed this movement as reflective of the faith of Indians, and you have betrayed that faith. You've allowed the scam to happen. And God knows how many other scams have been, have been perpetrated.
In Madhya Pradesh also, sir.
Yeah, I'm talking of Ayodhya now. Of course, in Madhya Pradesh you have I've given you the example of Arunachal Pradesh, where the Supreme Court has ordered a CBI inquiry on the PWD scams. The PWD minister, incidentally, happens to be the chief minister. And the chief minister continues in Arunachal Pradesh, and you have in the greatest granular detail the land Zameen Ghotala that is taking place in Ujjain involving the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh. Again, the BJP is defending the Chief Minister.
Not just the BJP, in fact, your own
No,
alliance partner has also defended
that's not
the Chief
true.
Minister.
No, that's not true. You mean Digvijay Singh?
No. Akhilesh Yadav, he stated that this is a conspiracy being hatched against the Madhya Pradesh Chief Minister. In fact,
No, I'm not aware of
BJP's own leaders have given all this information.
No, that information has come, obviously.
From the BJP
That is,
side.
yeah, this kheti has come from, we said that kheti mantri ne kheti ki hai isme.
Okay.
So, yes, where the information has come from.
Yeah.
Certainly, a lot of this information has come from within the BJP. But it's come to us. It's come to the media. It came to the Indian Express.
Yeah.
It came out in great granular detail. See, I am not interested where it's come from. Ultimately, what is the information? What are the details? Is it true? It's not. The facts have not been denied. But the debate is not where it has come from. Yes. Oh, yeah. That statement of Akhilesh Yadav.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Even we have said it. मुबारकबाद देते हैं कि जिसमें हमें यह जानकारी हमें मिली है बीजेपी के अंदर से ही मिली है.
But Akhilesh Yadav has also said that everyone knows he was into the real estate business.
But he's
and
got
that is the
this
only
time.
reason
No,
why-
he's got this time. It is clinching evidence. You see, in the past when we went to incidentally we were in Ujjain during the Bharat Jodo Yatra. We went to Ujjain during the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra. And particularly during the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, everybody was talking about, that was in 2024, everybody was talking about the CM and his deals, the nefarious and dubious deals. But the level of detail and documentation that has been provided proves beyond doubt the magnitude of the land scam that is taking place. So, Arunachal Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, and there are so many scams that are taking place in Rajasthan, in Gujarat, in Maharashtra. So this whole plank that we are providing a clean and transparent government, a completely bogus plank.
Sir, in fact,
And look at, I would say the NEET is a scam.
That was my next
CBSE
question, yeah.
is a scam.
Right.
The education minister has presided over it's monumental incompetence and insensitivity, and these are all interlinked relationships. Who are the subcontractors of the National Testing Agency? Whom have they subcontracted to? Who are their vendors? If you do all this, you will find that they are all linked. They are all part of the RSS ecosystem. That's why when Mr. Rahul Gandhi said in Kota, in the Chhatron Ki Goonj campaign that has been launched from Kota, and that will go to Prayagraj and Patna and finally culminate in Delhi. One of the things that he said that, what are the three things that are really affecting the youth of our country when it comes to education? First is privatization. Second that is happening is centralization.
Right.
And the third thing is happening is Sanghification. And you see it in institution after institution, whether it's the National Testing Agency, whether it's the NCERT, whether it's NEPA, whether it's the Vice Chancellors of Central Universities. These are all basically people who are owing allegiance to the RSS as an ideology, as an organization. And professional standards don't matter, academic standards don't matter, scholarship doesn't matter. I myself have highlighted, the way, for example, in the Indian Council of Historical Research, some RSS activists were involved with siphoning off a lot of money on bogus studies that they claimed to have done, but no action was taken against them. So, yes, so it's not just Madhya Pradesh CM, it's not just Arunachal CM, it's not just the Mandir Trust in UP, but here at the center, the way the education system has been managed. A complete collapse.
So there is a massive outrage which is also being seen on the roads. Many of the young people, the youngsters, the Gen Zs are also on the roads protesting against the government. In fact, that is the only reason why this entire Cockroach Janata Party was also started.
Well, it reflects, in many ways, it reflects frustration, it reflects anguish, it reflects the pain which the youth of the country, I mean, the way the NEET, for example, has been managed, the CBSE, the whole issue of CBSE, online marking, evaluation, and the education minister merrily continues with his job.
But do you believe that this is going to be in your favor? It can actually change
No,
the
I
political
don't look at whether it's in
landscape
our favor or not. It's just that it's going to, it's really impacting the lives of lakhs and lakhs of youth. I mean, we don't look at these issues whether it's in our favor or it's not in our favor. You should ask yourself, is this something in the interest of the country? Clearly, what is happening in the education system, whether it's BJP or Congress, that's a secondary issue. That's a political issue. But the real issue is how the lives of lakhs of youth are being destroyed. And Mr. Gandhi, in his quota speech, made a very, very telling observation. I want to highlight it once again because it didn't get the attention it deserves, where he said that Indian families, aspirational families, spend more on coaching centers than the central government spends on education. I mean, it's mind-boggling. It's a very telling comparison that he made. How much do lakhs and lakhs of lower middle class and middle class families spend on coaching centers for their kids, and compare that with what the central government spends on schools, colleges and institutions? There's no comparison.
But the CJP is also raising the same issue. They are also. Will the Congress Party is going to extend its support to the CJP?
Look,
the cause
the
which they
CJP
are
is a
talking
movement.
about.
Look at during the Kisan Sangathan, the three black farmer laws that were enacted, bulldozed through Parliament in September 2020. There was a Samyukta Kisan Morcha farmers agitation. The same question was asked of me. I said, look, this is a farmers agitation. We will extend support, but we will raise these questions in Parliament. But we respect people's movements should remain people's movements. They shouldn't get hijacked in any way. So CJP reflects the angst, the anguish, the pain of the youth. But ultimately, democracy is anchored not in movements that come and they go, but they get anchored in political parties. So political parties have to internalize these agendas, and Chhatron Ki Gunj is one systematic attempt that has been created by the Congress Party, which Mr. Gandhi launched in Kota, and he is going to do, as I mentioned to you, in Prayagraj, in youth interactions, in Prayagraj, Patna and Delhi. And the issues that he is raising are not just exam related issues. Those are important, those are the triggers. But the issue that he is raising, the three issues that he is raising about how the education system of our country is being privatized, how it is being centralized, and how it is being communalized. I mean, these are the three big C's. The centralization that is happening, the commercialization that is happening, and the communalization that is happening. So all these three C's are very important, very crucial. And that's it. We can't say it's important for the Congress Party alone. It's important for the youth of our country. That's very important.
So, in fact, you have also, raising a lot of questions upon the foreign policy of this country. You are making this allegation that it is a complete failure the way in which Pakistan has played the role of a mediator.
I mean, look at the new international respectability and influence that Pakistan has had after the 10th of May. You have President Trump, the good friend of Mr. Narendra Modi, embracing Field Marshal Munir, the man whose provocative statements provided the essential backdrop to the horrific terror attacks in Pahalgam on the 22nd of April 2025, was a sudden hero to the American establishment, the military establishment and the political establishment. The Memorandum of Understanding between Iran and the US is called the Islamabad Memorandum of Understanding. I just can't imagine how Pakistan suddenly has emerged such a major pivot in regional and global strategic policy. It's a complete failure. And this was a country that was described as a dalal by our foreign minister, very erudite, very learned, very dapper foreign minister. He dismissed it as a dalal. And what do we have to show for the Prime Minister's huglomacy? He keeps getting awards. He manages somehow a lot of maneuvering that takes place to get awards from all these different countries, in which those countries' spelling is also misspelled. So that these are last-minute concoctions, like we saw in the Seychelles. But I just can't imagine. The Prime Minister has broken the consensus and continuity in foreign policy. The blind devotion that he has shown to Israel. He was in Israel 2 days before Israel and America attacked Tehran. We kept completely quiet, maintained total silence when the Supreme Leader was assassinated, targeted. It was a targeted assassination by the Israelis and the Americans. We kept quiet. We have not said one word on the genocide in Gaza. We have not said one word on the displacement of lakhs and lakhs of Palestinians in the occupied West Bank. We have blind devotion, andhbhakt, as they say. This is andhbhakti that we are showing to Israel. I mean, so the very basis of foreign policy, the continuity and consensus in foreign policy, which Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee was a practitioner of. He always used to say, I've heard him say so many times in Parliament, that if there's one issue on which we must have consensus and continuity and respect for our tradition and values, it's foreign policy. And look at the way Mr. Modi has completely changed the very essentials, foundations of our foreign policy. But what do we have to show in result? Capitulation to China. He gives a clean chit to China on the 19th of June 2020. Then after that there is calibrated capitulation, this embrace of the President of the United States, and what do we get in return? A trade deal in which the America promises to do some tariff reductions, but whereas we undertake to eliminate tariffs on agricultural products, and reduce, and buy 3 times what we are buying from America over the next 5 years. A hopelessly one-sided trade deal that we are negotiating with the US. The Indo-Pacific, the word Indo gets dropped, it's now just Pacific. And most importantly, the importance that Pakistan has got, the same Pakistan that had been isolated in November 2008 by Dr. Manmohan Singh and his government after the terror attacks in Mumbai. So I'm afraid, look at the neighborhood, look at relationships with other countries.
Let's focus on Pakistan first, because you have been demanding that it should be declared, there should be pressure upon the international forum that.
But what is the policy of Pakistan? You have Dattatreya Huzbale saying something. Yeah. You have 3 top RSS leaders. You have Ram Madhav saying something. I mean, what is our policy on Pakistan?
But not just them, sir. In fact, today itself, some of the India bloc leaders, including Farooq Abdullah, Mehbooba Mufti, in fact, your own leader, has also written a letter. 100 people have written a letter to the Prime Minister of India as well as to Pakistan, asking them to once again, for the resumption of the normal visa services, to once again start considering of having an international, relations, maintaining that international relations with Pakistan. So, what is your stand upon it? Because this is completely in contradiction to what you are saying.
This is look, the Prime Minister Modi should have a discussion. The Pakistan policy, like foreign policy, whether it's China, whether it's Pakistan, this has to be discussed with opposition parties. You have to have a serious discussion. You can't have a discussion on foreign policy through the media or through television or on social media. These are very serious issues. You got to have back channel diplomacy. You got to have different people talking to different people across the countries. You know what I mean? Engagement. But what is your fundamental premise? Your fundamental premise was that we must isolate Pakistan because it is continuing to sponsor, orchestrate, support terrorism in India, of which Pahalgam. You had Mumbai attack, and then subsequently there were other attacks, and then there was Pahalgam. But that same Pakistan today enjoys a global standing and influence, which is completely the reverse of what India has wanted, politically and diplomatically.
But are you in support of these back channel talks or any engagements? Your own party leader, Manish
I am as a Congress party, we want a measured, responsible discussion in Parliament. we have not had one discussion, no discussion has been allowed in Parliament on foreign policy challenges. I have made so many attempts. Many of my colleagues have given notices for debates on border issue with China. We have not had any discussion on border issue with China. No. We had a discussion on Sindoor, but that was an occasion, to beat your own chest on Sindoor. And you saw what the defense minister said in Parliament. He said we had suffered no casualties,
Right.
and now that has been proven to be wrong. 6 people were martyred, for armed forces. Whereas the defense minister gave a completely different picture.
But that a
when he spoke.
clarification has been given by the ministry, sir.
A
now,
privilege
that
motion has been
selectively-
moved against him by my senior colleague, Mr. K.
After that
Venugopal.
only?
Yeah, he has moved after.
No, after that only a clarification has been given by the defense ministry,
Let him
stating that
respond.
it was selectively being taken
No,
up.
no,
His
there's no
statement was selectively
selectivity.
being
He
taken
has
up.
moved a privilege motion. Let him answer. I have also heard what he said. I've heard what he said in the Rajya Sabha as well. Anyway, the question that you ask me, what is our stand? Let's understand first what is the government stand. Let us understand what the government stand is. We want to live in peace. We want to live in harmony. We want to have economic engagement with everybody. That's been our traditional position, right? But today we find ourselves in a position where we are asking questions. Please let us know what is your foreign policy, what is your foreign economic strategy in the neighborhood, in the region, across the world. We have no opportunities for discussing this in Parliament. No opportunities. So the first step in my view is that the Prime Minister should call opposition parties and say, this is the challenge, these are the challenges we are facing with China, and I want to build across the party consensus. These are the challenges I am facing in relation to Pakistan. Give us your ideas and let's formulate a national response. He's never done that in 12 years. Never had a discussion. Whenever there is some, formal meeting, the defense minister will come, the external minister will come, the home minister will come. They will say something that is general in order to be meaningless, but the prime minister never comes.
For the privilege motion, are you still firm after the clarification?
Mr.
by the
Venugopal
defense
has given
ministry?
the privilege motion.
So basically, the ministry is stating
Listen,
that
the privilege motion has been given. Okay?
Okay.
So now it's for the speaker to take action on the privilege motion.
So you are firm on that.
Yes, it's been submitted. We're not going to withdraw the privilege motion. Obviously not.
Okay, sir. Another issue is about which is being talked much amongst the citizens of this country is for the ethanol blending, because you have been continuously raising the issues related to the environmental concerns. The way in which this policy has been brought in. Yesterday, it was being
It was to
reported
benefit
that,
one
the
minister. It was to
Supreme-
benefit one senior minister.
Yeah.
Sadly, and everybody knows this fixation on ethanol on the part of the Modi government. Which minister is benefiting from that? So I just don't want to say anything more on that.
Because yesterday in the Supreme Court this matter was taken up, and it was being reported that the government has said that it is still just an experiment which the government is doing. However,
That's not
later
what
on the
that's
PIB
not
has
what
done
they
a
that's
fact
not
check.
what they are conveying. They are conveying this to be a major element of our fuel strategy. It is no longer an experiment. This is being done on a commercial scale, and it's being done at the behest, at the instance and the benefit of one senior union minister.
You're not opposing it.
No, I'm just telling you what is the background to this. I mean, we are not the first country which is trying out ethanol, right? But in India, the extraordinary amount of attention that ethanol is getting from the government is largely, in fact, almost entirely because of one union minister. And everybody knows who that union minister is.
Okay, one last question, sir, I would like to ask before we sum up this interview. Now the assembly elections are there in the states like Uttar Pradesh, Punjab. The question here is about the seat sharing. Already there are so many differences which are there within the India bloc parties. I would like to firstly ask you about the state of Uttar Pradesh, because already
listen,
many of the
you're
people...
asking the wrong person. You're asking the wrong person because we have an alliance with the Samajwadi Party. We have an alliance in the 2024 election. And I'm sure the talks are taking place with the leadership at the highest levels. And I don't know what the ultimate seat sharing formula is going to be. All I can say is that it's a reasonable assumption to make that we fought, and we fought exceedingly well together in the 2024 election, and there's no reason why we shouldn't be fighting together and having as resounding a victory in the assembly election that we had in the Lok Sabha election.
It is not about fighting together, sir. The way in which there
No,
is a
see-
demand for an equitable seat sharing formula,
These
equal
are
seat
subject.
sharing
You
formula.
can't give ball by ball commentary, okay, on seat sharing. There's no ball by ball. Every party would like to maximize its own seats. There are negotiating tactics. Ultimately, I'm sure that whatever formula will come out will be to the satisfaction of not just the two main parties, but also the smaller parties who will be part of this coalition. In Punjab, we are fighting on our own. Right? In Punjab, we are fighting on our own. In Uttarakhand, we are fighting on our own. In Manipur, we have a large number of other parties. We fought the last assembly elections also in coalition with some other parties. And in Goa also, largely we'll be on our own, but we may get small parties here and there. But the real issue is UP. That's the real
because
issue.
in those states where the regional parties have a sort of a
No,
dominance,
I mean, obviously,
are you ready to give them space?
There's no
proper
question
space?
that we have. But see, the point is, in 2024, we had an alliance. We had a good narrative. We had good mobilization in which the Samajwadi worked for the Congress worked for the Samajwadi. It worked very well. And the BJP that was expecting to win a minimum of 65 seats was completely destroyed. In fact, in many ways, Mr. Modi became a minority PM largely because of the performance of the BJP in Uttar Pradesh. But these are issues that are going, and there'll always be a lot of media glare, but can't give ball by ball commentary. That's on seat negotiation.
But are you hopeful that you will be able to form the government in the states like Punjab and UP specifically?
No, I think are we confident of forming the government? Of course, we are confident. Of course, if you look at our performance in the 2024 Lok Sabha election, if we are able to recapture that spirit, and if we are going to deepen and sustain that narrative, then the BJP is history in Uttar Pradesh. There's a strong anti-incumbency, very strong anti-incumbency in Uttarakhand, where the issues of law and order, issues of corruption, I have many, I can't take names, but there are many BJP members whom I talk to in various committees that I sit in, and all of them are cribbing about what is happening in Uttarakhand when it comes to the corruption issue. In Punjab, we know collapse of law and order, collapse of governance. There's a very strong sentiment in favor of the Congress. In the same situation in Goa. So yes, we have enormous opportunities
But what
in
about
all
the
these 5
infighting,
states.
sir? Because all these states, there are.
I won't call them infighting. We have different people. Each of them is experienced. Each of them has got his or her own following. Very experienced, politically also very influential. But I think the Congress President and Mr. Gandhi both are making heroic efforts at bringing them all together, and I'm sure they'll come together. I'm sure the narrative will hold, and I'm pretty sure that we will, subject to the election commission, of course, because we are not fighting only the BJP, we are fighting a coalition of the BJP and the ECI. So we've got the Election Commission of India, which is really an ally, of the BJP. BJP, major party in the NDA. The second is this unrecognized Nationalist Citizens Party of India, and I would say the third is the Election Commission of India, also a sort of a Ghatak Dal of the NDA. So yes, the EC will be used, abused, misused in these states, but we will, and in each of these states, barring Punjab, the BJP is strong in Goa, has been provided the government there, got the government in Uttarakhand, got the government in UP, government in Manipur. So my theory that where it is in government or it's close to forming a government, the probability of misusing the ECI to the maximum is higher in those states as compared to states like Kerala and Tamil Nadu. So these 4 states at least, the ECI will be a very active player on behalf of the BJP. So we have challenges. I'm not minimizing the challenges. I'm not minimizing that. We have to have a mutually satisfying, mutually acceptable formula of seat sharing in UP. We have to have all different leaders working together unitedly, cohesively in Punjab. All those challenges are there. But I think we will meet these challenges successfully.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for speaking your time.
Thank you.